So, I'm going to talk to you guys about a game that we used to play back in middle school. And I'm talking way back, like 2012, 2011, 2010, sometime way back then. Cork Wars, or Cap Wars if you're from somewhere else. Basically, you know the little cap at the top? There's this little section right below it that you can turn inside out, it becomes a spike. Basically, you'd attach that to the cork of the original bottle, and it's like it's like a poor man's Beyblade, if I had to describe it, right? That was a thing that we did back at my school. I don't know how far this reached because I didn't bother going anywhere else and asking, you guys want to play this game? Because again, it's like not really something you ask about. But the way it originated is kind of funny because at our school, littering was a huge problem. And I don't mean like you'll find a bottle or a bag here and there or whatever. It was a huge problem. Like, the janitor for sure got paid well because there's never an hour that went by that there wasn't some kind of garbage on the ground. And our school had to come up with some kind of solution because it's like, our school looks really bad when you do stuff like this. So we need to fix it. So their first thought was to have a specific time of day where they would play a song that they made themselves. I'm not even gonna try to sing it, but they made a song that played over the intercom after lunch because that's like the peak. That's the around the time where all the garbage, all the trash was all over the place. It's basically a play on like trying to tell you to clean up everybody everywhere, that kind of song, but it was sung in a different way. If I remember the lyrics, I'll put it on screen or something. But basically, it was a way to kind of make cleaning sound fun. Obviously, it didn't work. I mean, it lasted for a while. But what ended up happening after that, because they did that for about a month, I think, they decided to put some other bins around the area. But not only just extra bins, but two recycling bins right next to them. Every one of them. You had one for plastic bottles, one for paper, and then everything else. So, I don't remember who the first person was to do it, but at some point, somebody decided to turn that little section on the bottle cap right below it, take that off of the bottle, turn it inside out, and slap it onto the cork. And you just made a game out of it. Like, you know how you play marble? You kind of flick the ball against the other thing. I don't know how you play marble, but like whenever I see people play it, it's always hit the marble against the other marble and get it out of the ring. We basically did that with these corks. And it became a thing where people weren't cleaning up anymore. They were just looking for bottles to grab the cooler bottle caps to get an advantage. I don't know when or why this became so popular, but everybody would just find bottles, find the coolest looking corks, and just challenge each other. You'd have people pulling up with like their pockets filled with corks, like walking up to each individual class and be like, "Hey, let's battle." I don't know. It became so popular that the teachers realized what was going on, and at first they were encouraging it because it's like, hey, you guys are taking up the bottles and that's a good thing. That didn't last very long either because eventually people just started taking the corks off the bottles and leaving the bottles on the ground. That game was so popular throughout the entire school, and I say the entire school because our school wasn't like really, really small. It was a big area. So it's kind of funny how that turned out, I guess. The biggest motivator for making this video was my friend Daz. He uploaded Paper Wars way back in 2017 or way back whenever. I'll put a picture up if the video is even still up at this point. Hearing that story like way back, I thought of this idea to bring up one of these things that happened back at my school, but I don't know if this is like a universal thing. I don't know if stuff like this happened everywhere else, but I just kind of wanted to share that. So thanks Daz for the inspiration for this video that I'm making now, and hope you guys enjoyed the video because I guess this isn't really that long, but more videos to come, I promise. I'll start uploading. Blah, blah, blah. There. This is why you do multiple takes, by the way. Thanks so much for watching the video. Leave a like if you did, and maybe share some stories in the comments about other things that you guys went through at your school. I don't know. Maybe you guys started using paper guns. I don't know. What am I talking?